Hey, it's Sharon Sheldon here from ContentSparks.com, and in this video I'm going to give you a sneak peek inside one of our Blaze products. Now, our Blaze category of content has products that come with a complete sales funnel full of materials. They give you everything you need to deliver, teach, promote, and sell a course of your own. For this video, I'm going to show you the inside of a course called Shoestring Budget Startup. It's typical of most of our Blaze products, so you'll get a good idea of what you'd get in any of them. So let's dive right in. Here we are inside the main folder where I have 3 folders of materials saved. If you buy the full product, there are 3 zip files you get along with some bonuses sometimes when you buy during a launch. So we have the participant materials. That's what you get for your students and customers. The Facilitator materials, these are materials to help you teach the course in any media format. And then there are the promotional materials. These are materials for setting up a complete sales funnel and signing up paid customers. And there's a key point you need to remember. You can edit anything and repurpose it in multiple ways and in multiple media formats. So let's go inside each of the folders, starting with the participant materials. The first one I'm showing you is the course book. This is relatively generic, as you can see, and here, let me open it up. So there's a place there to put your own e-cover. You can change the title, put your name, your logo at the bottom there. There's a place in the footer to put your company name and your URL. And then you can go ahead and edit anything else that you want. Apply your own colors and styles, or if you have existing ones, or use some of the templates that come with your software. You could break this up into posts for a gated membership site or put it in emails. You don't have to use it as is. And there are learning activities at the end of each of the modules or each of the chapters here. So I'll just scroll down and show you one of those. Here you can see it's in a red box, the learning activity. And some of them also have some graphics in there. We don't put in a lot because otherwise when you go to edit, it makes it a lot more work. So it's easier to just put in your own if you have some that you want to put in. So that's the course book that you'd give to your participants, or if you're doing a self-study or info product of some sort, you would use the course book. The workbook goes along with that, and in this particular case there's also a spreadsheet. Now the workbook has the worksheets that you'd use to fill in all the learning activities. Let me open it up. And here you can see it follows along the chapters with the course book. And there are different places to fill in for each of the learning activities. And again, you edit it for your own branding and company name. And here you can see with this particular course, there's also a spreadsheet because they need to fill in some startup costs for planning the budget for their business. Most of these courses have some graphics that come with them. We do them in PowerPoint to make them easy to edit. So if you open it up, you'll see that you can click on anywhere in PowerPoint and change the text. But we also give it to you in the JPEG format. So these are all the things that were put into this particular course book. But they're also great for handouts, downloads if delivered digitally, and again, you can easily edit them. The next in here is the summary checklist. This is a summary of everything that people learn in the course, and it's great for reinforcing their learning and as a reference. People really love having a reminder of all the points that they've learned, and you could even cut it down to just some of the points and use it as a lead magnet for the course. But it's designed here as just a handout. We give you an infographic, and this is also in PowerPoint, so it's easy to edit. And you also get it in a JPEG and a PNG, so it's easy to share on social media or maybe in a blog post, or as the basis for a blog post. You could just take the text out and use it. In this particular course, we also give you a list of tools to give to your customers. This is another great resource, and even if there isn't one with a course you get, think about creating a recommended resource list and use your affiliate link so you can earn a commission when people buy a tool that you particularly recommend. And the last thing in the participant materials is the slides handout. And this is meant to go along with the slideshow, which I'll show you in a minute, and it's just a place where people can fill in their own notes when they're listening to you during, say, a webinar or a classroom, because they like to not have to worry about copying down what's on the slides. They can just take notes and they'll have them. So let's go back up now to the Facilitator materials. Now again, these are the materials for helping you teach the course, and it works alongside the course book. So let's look at the slideshow first, and I'll open this up. So you can see there's notes underneath each of the slides. Those follow along with the course book, and you can use them as the basis for your own script. There's also instructions in a few of them, like the first one gives you some Facilitator notes, actual notes on how to run it. And then further on there's a slide to remind you to ask questions. Activity slide that goes along with the course book to run your activity at that point in your teaching. Debrief, so if you're doing this live, again you want to remember to debrief the activity and get people's responses and experiences with each. Now to go along with the slideshow, there's a Facilitator guide. And there are two parts. The first is the actual slides with all the notes in a document format. So if you prefer to be following along your script in a separate document, it's here, all the copies of the slides and the notes. And then there's another guide that gives you more instructions on how to teach the course. So there's an overview, who the audience is, learning objectives, delivery options, things like that. So I won't open it up, but I'll just sort of scroll down and you can see there's various things in here to help guide you. The evaluation form is something that you can hand out to your students after they've finished the course. Use it as the basis for a survey to send out or to send it via email, and then make changes to your course based on the feedback that you get from people. Research sources. This is a list of links to different places that we used as research sources for putting together the course, but they're great for expanding your own knowledge, more places for you to learn. There are 5 follow-up emails as well. Use these as the basis of your emails for building relationships with students after the course, but also because there are different distinct topics, you could use them for blog posts, articles combined as a bonus. You could insert the content into the course to expand it, anything you want. We also give you a mind map. This is really just a big picture. Here, I'll open it up. Big picture overview of everything you're getting. So your bird's eye view of all the contents you're getting in the course. We also give you, I'll skip down here, we give you another document that has that kind of bird's eye view summary of everything that you're getting so that it'll help you with your planning. 7 top ways to deliver your training. These are the most popular ways to deliver the course, and some recommendations on how to decide which one is right for you. So I'll just show you quickly. You can see there's different ways to figure out and suggested ways for delivering the training. And finally, in this particular folder, we have instructions for using your content. And this is some step-by-step instructions on what to do first, and then how to decide, or different ways you can use your content, a whole bunch of ideas for how to customize your content for your market, and then some guidelines for how to package up your content. Now, of course, none of this is any use to you until you can get the word out about your product. So that's why we also give you these promotional materials. So you can see there's quite a lot in here, and it follows a typical sales funnel, starting with an opt-in report. This is your lead magnet. I'll open that as well. In this particular course, it's an online business skills checklist. Of course, you rename it whatever you want. And it's a nice list of all the different skills you would need to start your own business online. But we also give that to you in other formats, so that you can put it into any type of lead magnet. So for instance, there's a slideshow here as well. And if I open that up, you'll see that we also put the notes in there, the text from the report, so you can have a script as your basis and run this as a webinar or a video instead of a report for your lead magnet to gather your prospects and leads for selling your course. And we also give it to you in a checklist format. So here you can see it's a little bit shorter because some people do prefer something a little bit simpler, easy to consume. And you could try as a lead magnet to do all three formats. And of course then you need an opt-in page. What we've done here is given you the text that you could use in your own template. So say you use something like lead pages or optimize press, use this as the basis of your text and put it into your template. We do also give you an HTML version if you know HTML and want to do it that way. Now, after you've gotten people to opt in, you'll need some emails, and we give you 5 as a basis to use. And here you can see you use these, edit them for your own language, and because they're also very distinct topics for each one, like here this particular course has should you outsource your online business needs, or this also has marketing stats you must know before startup. So they all also work as blog posts or articles if you wanted to, or combined as another lead magnet, or incorporated into the course itself to expand it. There's another infographic. Again, we've done that in PowerPoint, so it makes it easy to edit, and it's great for social media. Blog posts, so again, these are things that you can put on your blog, but you could also use them in different ways. Again, you could use these for emails, so everybody always needs more emails to send. They don't have to be used as blog posts. There are tweets, and these do not have to be used as tweets, so you can use them on any social media. You could use them as a tip of the day, or for email topics or blog post topics. Actually, you can cut up any of the content that you're getting as little snippets for social media and just fill up your social media for the year. Next is a sales page. So similar to the opt-in page, we give you some text that you can use as the basis of your sales page, and then just put it into your preferred template. Like Optimize Press is what I use, but you maybe use ClickFunnels or Lead Pages or something else. And again, we give you that HTML if that's what you use. And finally in here, there are some Ecover templates. And what we've done here is they're already sized for something like Ecover Authority or Boxshot King. We use Ecover Authority now for doing our 3D e-covers. So with any of these, we put them in Photoshop, or you could use the free GIMP software if you don't use Photoshop. Add your own title, add your own image, use a royalty-free one, and then upload it to something like Ecover Authority to generate a 3D cover to use in any of your marketing. Now this particular course has some bonuses which I don't have in here. Those are just for the launch period, so you wouldn't see them in most products. And that's just a very high-level peek. All our Blaze products have similar content, so this should give you a really good idea of what you'll get. I know it's a lot to take in, but remember that most of our content is evergreen, so you don't have to use it all at once if you don't want to. The idea is to quickly set up your own course or info product and start earning from it right away. But it's also great to have a course like this ready for your customers when they ask for it and when you're ready to teach it on the spur of the moment. So just keep your library of products stocked up and ready to sell at any time. And meanwhile, please send us any questions you have. Hope this was helpful.